Yo, what's up? The Fix again, man. Welcome. Today we're at the prestigious Union Buildings. You know what I'm saying? The reason we chose the Union Buildings is because this is where the top men in the country sit. And I just want to take you a little bit back, because sometimes when we see people at the top, we sometimes forget the fact that they had a lot of work to put in before they got to the top. I know that it is easy for somebody to see me, and say, hey, Ntune, you're a lucky guy. Why? Because they saw me on the front page of the Pretoria News. You must have seen that article. A lot of people have been blowing my Facebook timeline because of that. Then also, you might have heard me on Ubuntu Radio talking about my own life experience. And you might say to me, man, my goodness, Ntune, such a lucky guy. Look at where you are. You know what I mean? And I just want to challenge you a bit to think about how far I've come, because if you've been following me, you would know that I didn't get to where I am, or I didn't start off where I am today. So the first point I want to share with you is this: be faithful over a few things. And I'll tell you why I say that. When I first wanted to become a speaker, the only people who could give me an opportunity were the high schools back at home. I went and knocked on those doors. They allowed me to speak, and I spoke, and I put my heart out, man. I gave my everything to those kids. I made sure that on the level that I was, I gave it my best. And every single time I got an opportunity to speak at another high school, I killed it. I gave it more effort, more preparation, more dedication. I was more serious. I made sure that I improved on every single time that I went to go and speak. And as a result of that, I was able to outgrow high schools, and I got another opportunity now to start speaking at colleges in Pretoria, in the city. And then I took that opportunity and I ran with it. Somebody saw me speak there and thought, oh my goodness, I want to give you an opportunity to come and speak for the department. Then I moved from high school to college and now speaking to the department. From then, boom, you see me on your newspaper article doing what I'm doing. And you say that I'm lucky. No, man, I knew that in order to get to the top, I gotta be faithful over a few things. I gotta be good on the level that I was at that time. So I put in the time I needed to put in. The second point is this: you have got to be persistent. There were times where I almost gave up. There were times when opportunities weren't opening up for me, man. There were times where it almost seemed like I was in the dry season. Nothing was happening for me. But I just kept doing what I had to do. I kept preparing myself, making sure that I practice in my mirror and get better as a speaker. I kept reading the books, making sure that I prepared myself and gathered information and the skills that I needed during that time, so that I knew that when opportunity comes, then I would be ready for it. So instead of giving up, I kept on pushing, I kept on believing, I kept on knocking on doors. We got into partnerships, and when I didn't want to have to go home all the time, I knocked on doors and persisted with colleges so that they can give us opportunities. And today, you see me doing the things that I'm doing, and you call me lucky. No, baby, I'm not lucky. This stuff takes effort. This stuff takes dedication. You gotta grind on the little stuff. You perfect your skill on the little things, and you persist. I promise you, it's just a matter of time before you find yourself living and doing the life that you want, baby. I promise you, I'll pick you up on the next fix, baby. Cheers.